I'm getting really good with the timing of the whole game thing. Maybe 4 minutes late, maybe, but no, getting really good with the. It just comes into the title screen after playing the anime stuff, and it's starting to work out rather nicely. I think also all of the things have been fixed of issues from yesterday. Of you'll see. Like when I hit this button, it makes the noise I want it to make, and also hold on, let me just yep. What? Yes, really. No, I did not scream twice. Get her. Anyway, it's all working. Yeah, instead of like bath time yesterday, we're going back on in. Getting things that we just missed out on. We have few. I think who did we literally just hang out with? It was just Emma, right? So we had Eustace and Laura were the picks, and according to my missables, I believe I got the Imperial Chronicle issue numero 5. Got it. Okay, we're not missing anything so far. All good. All good. We got, I thought there's, hot color, dark color. So we're missing a Gambler Jack 2 number 10. That's at the diner. And then there's a recipe of sweet blue, and then that's it. And then we can go and figure out our lives. So that's good. How are you doing? Yeah, just until I was bamboozled yesterday. And then we spoke to the twins. We're now going to be on the Courageous. And thank you as always for the lovable lurk there, Dark Fantasy Realms. Okay, so there's the goods. There's the airport. There's people. Let's go to the diner and just get all of these missables out of the way before that's an ongoing issue. Weird that they call the other thing the diner. Stream for almost 5 hours. How far did you get? Barriers and whatnot and all. Oh, okay. Wait. That's Toa. Don't need to talk to her. She's got Angelica here. Hey there. Glad to see you're taking it easy. You've earned it. All right, back at you, Angelica. Are you taking a break altogether then? Well, we certainly are. I mean, nothing makes me happier than spending some quality time with my dear, sweet Toa. George's at the Institute too, so it's just the two of us. It's about time I whisk her off into our own little private world. Okay, TMI. No, Angie, stop. You really haven't changed a bit. But in a weird way, I've missed this. Now, we just need Crow. Yeah, our crew won't be complete until we drag his sorry ass back home kicking and screaming. Start of the main story in chapter 2. Lots of cutscenes happen, and I'm watching Dynamite now. You got like 8 screens going on. That's good. Hi, Merchant Mowers. Food here is also filling. I love the Norton seasoning. And once I'm done here, it's off to a business meeting a little farther up north. I wonder what wonderful business opportunities will be waiting for me. That's someone with something else on the mind. Factory worker Logue. Why do I have to do this? They won't even pay me with Mira. What kind of job pays with books? I don't even like books. Here, take it off my hands. We got it. He's fixing a tie. Yeah, he just signed like, what, a 5-year deal? Oh, hello there. I'm sorry about all the noise Devance is making. He always has to exaggerate. He didn't do a darn thing like that, and he knows it. Anyways, never mind him. If you're hungry, feel free to order away. My champion. I also heard, like, although I never thought, like, obviously with, when Renee was signing on as well, it wasn't so much that he probably didn't want to go back to WWE, but he really likes having that working relationship to be able to work other things like New Japan and whatnot as well, which I still would have thought, like, not that everything happens, so quickly, but I would have assumed eventually, maybe Triple H would open up that forbidden door a little bit more. But hey, Miss Rainbow Sparkle? I'm well. How are you? Right, yeah, but that's the thing, right? Like, there's that rumor of people wanting to go back to WWE because they're getting that Triple H action back, right? So, whether he allows creative freedom, like, he's still not in charge. It's just another con, man. A little tired from that. What time did you guys get on in? These two, hold on, over there. These two kids, they were at that show live last night, and then they're going today. So you're going to Rampage tonight, which I think is being live, but being taped for Friday, or it's being. TSN's doing something weird with it. They never show it on TV. We don't get Rampage unless you like look it online. But I guess TSN's, because it's in Canada, they're filming it to show it on one of their network channels. Because 5 network channels isn't enough. But I mean, it's just stupid. I think it's just they didn't know what type of show it was going to be. Yeah, but so YT Cloud and Mr. Rainbow Sparkle are going to it, but I think they're going to it tonight. So they're taping it tonight to show Friday. I'm so confused. This is a whole confusing situation for me. They can much better fill you in than I can. So, well, that's how I ended up helping her. Who could say no to Lady Angelica? Oh, on Wednesday, yes. So that was the confusing thing. Why didn't they tape it yesterday just after Dynamite? Wouldn't have that made more sense? Like, why wouldn't they have just taped it and made it a 3-hour show? Because Rampage is only an hour show, right? I'm so confused. This whole wrestling thing. I'll catch on eventually. So, what do you help her with? Don't tell me all you did was give her a place to sleep. Of course not. Better not be asking off what I didn't do. You should have seen me, pistol in the hand, take the guys out after when they were nothing. That's my man. Yeah, so when you go to a Dynamite show, you get 2 shows in one, except for apparently in Canada, you don't. They're just doing a 1-hour show, weirdly enough. Your sign made it on Christian's promo before SmackDown would go, yeah, I got 3 shows when I went a few months ago. Yeah, well, I don't know. So why are they so weird here in Canada of why are they taping a show tomorrow? Like, are they taping 2 things tonight? Like, Dynamite and what's the other one? Dark? Are you getting Dark and Rampage or something tonight? I don't know. I'll buy it for a second. That's one hell of a story. Alright, that's your story and you're sticking to it. These old guys drinking. You sure it's okay to be treating us like this, Devonch? Sure am. Drink up! All on the house. This is a time to be celebrating. I can't celebrate with a damn good drink, and today's a great day to be celebrating. I think they are milking it for Canada as they can fit as many people onto the show. Right, but isn't it weird that you're only going to see a 1-hour show tonight? Or is there more to it, like DJ said? Like, are you getting Dark and Rampage, or... I'm confused like an old man. Here's to the liberation of Ruhr. Oh, okay. So I guess things are all back in order, I guess. And hey, Unibring, you know what? All these guys are having a good bear. I'm stuck in a thing with Barley. I'm stuck here. Not sure. It's going to be at least 2 hours. We had Dark Elevation last night. Oh. So maybe it's a special Rampage for 2 hours? It's beer time. Hi, bud. And back. Could be. Well, I mean, what else would they be showing for 2 hours, though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. As far as you know, well, then what? Okay, so look, we have someone going to the show. They know it's 2 hours, yet somehow I don't watch Rampage. I'm about 3 months behind on Dynamite, for Christ's sakes. I don't know what's going on, okay? But don't ask me. I know nothing about any product anymore. It's just get out of my way. All right, so I think now we're gonna go up to the other diner. There's Gaius just chilling, villain. Let's take the elevator. No, it's confusing to me. Got Milliam, got a bunch of people. Let's take this right thing here. Get out of the way, old man. Yeah, just running up there so quickly. No, it was this way. Right by the cathedral and where the drunk people go. Small boy contemplating jumping. Don't do it, Sonny. It's not good for you. That's not it. Okie dokies. That was not it. Maybe if I looked at the map, I'd have a better idea. Oh, there it is. The dining bar. I think that's where we want to go. And then we'll go around, we'll chat with people, we'll figure out where we need to go on this stopover day. What is it I'm getting here? We only know it's going to be Ethan versus Isaiah Cassidy. Who's Isaiah Cassidy? Jade versus Nyla. Looks like a Jade. And the FTR and Sean. I didn't even know Sean Spears and Brian Cage were still around. And there's two goons. Like so many people. So that's where they've shown or they've shoved all these people. The diner bar. We're gonna get some sweet blue. That's what we're getting here. Sweet blue. From Almina? Maybe. Sweet blue. There it is. Sean Spears came back last night and he looks jacked. So the steroids are working, is what you're telling me. So we can get some sweet blue and some mellow stew. Well, why don't we talk? What happened at the Schwartz-Drac barrier? It's the talk that, see, I mentioned barriers again, and then I was told, no, it's obstacles or something. You actually cheered? I'm looking forward to him teaming with FTR. And then I always keep hearing that FTR is not happy and then no one's happy. It really was hard to believe. Was there a lot of people that were let down at the live show, or at least that you could catch a vibe that, you know, Kenny Omega wasn't there? Because that's what everyone was really looking forward to. Then, of course, I mean, so my next question was, were they selling Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and CM Punk merchandise? With the $13 Smirnoff Ices you were getting? Hangman gave possibly one of his best promos to date last night and against Moxley. And it was mostly AEW and AEW Canada shirts. That was weird. I've heard all the stories about the great nights ending conflicts, but maybe this means they're not just stories after all. Okay, so let's go find our friend and yours. We can hang with a cat? Can. Yeah, at the RF store, Laura. We're gonna go hang out with her, and then it was, who, Eustace was the other one? I think so. Look at that, I'm even using the whole... Just one? You should have had 6. None of yous are driving. What's the excuse there outside of money? Because they were expensive. You should have came in there with like a water bottle filled with piss and Smirnoff. They would have let you in. Oh, sorry, did I interrupt Eddie? I can't believe he was actually right. Because of that Kleiston company now has a major new contract with us. The terms that are hugely favorable for them. Hugo boy's a businessman to be reckoned with. Hugo, all right. That's the last of my business here for the time being. Are those bowling balls with hair dryers? What's going on here? Preparations have been made, dotted lines have been signed. It's got to get in contact with our capital office. I like to think that someone thinks that they're super busy by just looking at bowling balls and hair dryers. I mean, if I need to look busy, I'm gonna put that one up here and remind myself of like that's. Oh, YT Cloud, Brent. I want to tell you something. I got 6 of these beauties. 6 of these tall ass, beautiful old Milwaukees. For less than you bought 1 Smirnoff Ice at the Coca-Cola Center. Oh man, when are we gonna go get a drink? It's gonna happen sooner than eventually, right? The best was MGF in the Skybox eating while the Mox and the Hangman promo was happening. Has he wrestled since anything's happened? Like, I know he won the Joker thing. Is that sort of like the WWE briefcase thing? Can he cash in his poker chip at any given moment, or does he have to like have like a sanctioned match or something? Well, Hugo, where? Okay, there. I was just like, where is Laura hanging out here? Customized weapons, maybe. I think we have all the weapons for everybody, right? I think so. Oh, geez, no, not useless. Not useless. Oh, we need to buy the winged saber, though. The poker chip can cash in anytime he faced Wheeler Yuta last week. Wheeler Yuta, I like him. He probably beat Wheeler Yuta. He's part of the whole thing with, what's his face? Wait, isn't he with, Moxley and, Claudio Calusto?
So.
What, in here?
Yeah.
Okay, which one? You want Gecko? Netflix? Prime? Or which one? The Back Blue Cuckold Club. Disney, alright. Jeez Louise, Disney's. Why do you call them the Cuckold Club? Are they cuckold? With William Regal, right? Can't forget about him. Shop? Buy, but sure, buy master things. Hold on. Still has no... What do you want? Show me. Mickey? This one? Mickey Mouse Mixed Up Adventures? Okay. Oh, MGF called Matt. Oh, and yes, great Jerry. Yes, there's all sorts of things we're getting in on the. How come we haven't? You told me about starting over Final Fantasy 14, YG Cloud, and we haven't gotten into it yet. We haven't done so. Buy items. That's not it. Orb mints. I don't know if we have sluts to sell. Just who cares? All right, Laura. Hi. She is also looking at bowling balls and what looks to be dust busters and prosthetic legs. We're gonna find out why she's doing such a thing. Why is he the Ring of Honor champion? I don't get it. Because so DJ, I'll explain to you. You know how like when AEW first came out and they made Chris Jericho their first champion, and everyone was not really happy with it? It's because Chris Jericho is still a giant name. I know to all of us in here, we're all huge wrestling fans, and I think Kenny Omega is just as big of a name as Chris Jericho. The Young Bucks are just as big, but in honest reality, they're not. If you were to ask your average wrestling fan, and I mean your average wrestling fan, they probably don't even know what AEW is. And I'm being brutally honest as a fan. It's because he's an old WWE guy with name recognition. And because you have name recognition, put him on with a title, that gets the whole thing noticed. People will still go to show up to see Chris Jericho. That's the thing. People don't know who Claudio is. People didn't know who Cesaro was. Again, as good as he was, people don't know who he is. Except for Marks. And I'm one of them. But that's the thing. I'm giving you the honest answer to that. The kid next was calling Jericho a mother fluffer and swearing his head off. And then when Jericho won, I started laughing at him, and Hannah wasn't happy with me and telling me to stop. How old was the child? My expectations were high given the Rhyme Free Company's presence here, but I can safely say they've been shattered. I think the single shop alone has more types of orbital goods than the entirety of Legram. I feel like a child in a candy store, to be honest. There's so much I want to look at while I'm here. Well, I could go for some window shopping. Absolutely, let's do some window shopping. Mind if we all look around together? Nothing like shelves full of stuff to take your mind off things. Well, by all means. Let's see what this place has to offer. We're gonna take a time and look at the Orbital fridges. I noticed there was a large one in the Courageous's kitchen, but wasn't entirely sure it was at the time. Now that you mention it, we do have one on board. See, these things are so out to lunch. Like, they have no idea what these things are. They might have bigger plans for him. And you have to remember, again, you have to look back previous things of why people like Danielson signed with AEW. He didn't sign to be world champion there. He signed because he also wants the ability to work with other promotions like New Japan, to work with new talent that he otherwise would probably never get to work with, and the schedule. That, like, you have to remember that this whole CM Punk, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Axe Steel, whatever the fuck his name is, this sort of blew up in their face. I'm sure the plan was to have some type of really great match with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega as a main event with somebody at last night's Dynamite, and so they had to take the next biggest Canadian name and throw on a hell of a match. And unfortunately, again, as we just said, there's lots of people they could put in that main event. Sure, probably should have been Moxley. Maybe people would know of him because he's another WWE guy, but that's the thing. You need that name recognition to put the butts in the seats. I think Tony Khan put the Ring of Honor belt on Jericho because he's trying to shop Ring of Honor networks and having Jericho's. Right, just as I said. Exactly. You have it on Claudio, who, hey, we love. He's a great wrestler. But everyone's like, who the fuck? Like, to a wrestling executive, they know Chris Jericho. They do not know who Claudio is. I'm sorry. That's why. Whether Cloud is right of whether or not Khan is actually trying to shop around, but that's why he has the belt. That's why he was the first AEW champion. He has name recognition. Even Daniel Bryan, as much as I love him, he's no Chris Jericho. You're heading out. Well, thanks for dropping on by. Lurk away, my friends, and I hope to talk soon. So now that you mention it, we do have one on board. Being able to just stick food in there and have it stay fresh for a few days is pretty awesome. Well, so it is. I wouldn't mind having one for myself for when I want to prepare a boxed lunch. How much does one cost? What could it be? Maybe I'll consider one when my skill in cooking improves enough just to justify the expenditure. Let's go look at something else. Right. She actually seems pretty disappointed she can't get one. Well, where are you going to put it? Like just in the rooms or what? Huh. What's this? The design is rather avant-garde. It says here it's called an orbital vac. So I feel like, do they just take things from our world and just add the word orbital in front of it and then boom, there you go. Orbital fleshlight. You press the button on it and it'll suck up dust and crumbs. It's like the orbital version of a broom, I guess? Ah, that does sound pretty convenient. Give it a try. Let's see. As she carefully pressed the button on the vacuum cleaner. I don't think you're supposed to turn on the appliances in the store like that. Well, you know what? How else are you supposed to try it out? Okay? You think I'm just gonna go to Best Buy and buy a Dyson vacuum without trying to turn it on and then have the goofballs run on over to me? You can't turn it on. Well, how am I gonna know how much it sucks? I suppose the curiosity got the best of me. I suppose I should turn it off then. Is this the button you press to do that? Oh god, that's superpower. Why is it vibrating even louder and more forcefully? Excuse me, miss? Well, you certainly seem none too pleased with it. Hey, that's a Jim Norton saying. Well, I'm sorry, Reen. Don't worry about it. It's not often I see you get into trouble like that. I guess technology isn't your forte. Apparently not. I mean, I have an interest in it, but very little experience actually using it. I think I'll be able to use all the appliances here if I had a chance to learn. Well, just like I did with the combat ornaments. By the by, what are these? Well, they're orbital washing machines, and by the look of it, you put your clothes in there and it'll wash them for you. Elisa had a few in her house from what I remember, because, you know, rich people. No, that sounds convenient. Fascinating. I wonder, wait, so I'm trying to figure, how do they wash their clothes currently? Like, I'm assuming, like, when they were at the school, even though I never saw an orbital washing machine, I assume maybe the uniforms got sent out. Maybe the nobles had everything done. Maybe we have one on the Courageous, I don't know. But, like, they just wear the same, they just must stink everywhere. Oh, is she gonna turn it on in store as well? Oh god. Not again! Who keeps turning these things on? Oh my god, which one turns it off? Maybe this one. Oh, banana hammocks. Please tell me you haven't done what I think you've done. I'm afraid it appears I've broken it. Excuse me, miss. Unfortunately for Laura and Reen, the damage was much less severe than it looked, and they were able to repair the orbital washing machine. The employee was understandably furious, but thanks to their connections with Elisa, was kind enough to overlook what happened. I can't believe I made such a blunder, not just once, but twice. Well, at least they were able to fix it, right? All's well that ends well. Still, it really does feel like you were born into the way of the sword. You don't need to make my lack of domestic skills some kind of winning quality. I'm all too aware of the areas where I come up short. I took up cooking in an effort to become more refined, but wasn't planning to admit that here. Still, I'm glad I got the chance to see a side of you that no one else has really gotten to see. And hey, no one's good at everything. We've all got our weak spots. Well, it's true, but you and I aren't so different in that regard now, you know? All of us have our roles we're good at fulfilling, and for those we aren't, we need to learn to rely on others. I want you to promise me you won't try to shoulder everything yourself. All of us are here with you to share that burden. Huh? Sure. Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Laura. That was a good little bonding moment, not gonna lie. Funny. Oh, so close to rank 4. And then finally, it was Eustace, was the next one on board that we're going to try to find. So Eustace is apparently near the airport, but I don't want to go to the airport. Well, no, I guess Fee is also there. Yeah, don't let Laura clean your house. Noted. I mean, what if she wants to offer it up though as like a nude thing though? There he is. Well, I'll be heading out shopping soon. From our perspective, causing one of the 4 great houses to withdraw from the war is a momentous achievement. But for my brothers, it's likely all within the realm of expectation. I doubt we've caused him a moment's hesitation. The only thing it's done is reclassify us as more of a threat, so we'll need to be a little more careful than ever when we fly around. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Still, I would not advise becoming so cautious that we're unable to get anything done. But that's a thought for another time. Right now, you should focus on taking some time to unwind. I mean, I think I will, thanks, Eustace. Let's join him in his shopping. Could I join you? Honestly, shopping for supplies sounds like it could relieve stress just as well as a nap. So, just as long as we don't have a similar issue as we did with Laura, and he's not just gonna go around punching buttons and whatnot. Do what you will. My first stop is RF Arms. You really going to use all those whetstones on your sword? And how much reinforcing tape does that hilt need? Better to be well prepared than found wanting in a pinch, particularly when the future is uncertain as it is. I would expect my father is already aware of what happened here in Norcia. Knowing him, he's probably already preparing to retaliate. Why did you bring that to me here? You want to show? You want to show? Okay, you want me to figure it out? What do you want? Hold on, get some. The numbers. Okay, that doesn't work here. Okay. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I really don't think that there's anyone that's not cute in the game at all. Even Reen's got his moments of being cute. Well, especially with him working on a soldat like V's for his own personal use. Which is why we prepare ourselves best we can for whatever lies ahead. Speaking of, I still have a number of other things to buy, including a book that the war managed to delay. Come on, we're gonna go to the general store. Okay, sure. We're starting to pick up a lot though. Think we're gonna be able to carry all this back to the ship? We aren't doing anything. You are. What? Hurry and take these to the counter. We don't have all day. He's getting pushed around. Oh, it's good. I think my arms are starting to get dead. How'd you end up getting me to carry all this for you? I mean, I guess I could have said no, but still. Huh. Come now. You wouldn't make me waste my strength on such a heavy load, would you? Besides, given all the time you spent assisting the student council, I'd imagine you're used to menial tasks like this. Just pretend I'm Toa. I don't ever give her any guff, no? There's a mental image I wasn't prepared for. Better than that, leaving your mind free to focus on burdens you need not shoulder. Come along now. Wait, is he trying to keep me busy so I don't have time to think about what happened yesterday? That's really nice of him, in a cold, off-putting, useless sort of way. But even so, I'm grateful. Reinvigorated by Eustace's awkward show of kindness, Reen carried his baggage from shop to shop without a single word of complaint. The two spent a long time in each shop they visited and scanning the shelves and putting more and more onto the ring. Ask Mummy. I'm not getting you anything more. I've gotten you everything. No, ask Mummy. You're not having anything. You threw that at me. No. See Mummy. Mummy is home. Do not whine. You threw this at me. Go see Mummy. She will get you some. Then I'm not giving you any. Go. No. Wants milk when he shouldn't have any more milk. And while the experience was exhausting, it did indeed take his mind off of his worries. You know, Reen, I feel like you could start carrying these things by, I don't know, the handles that are available there? Next time, maybe choose plastic. Ugh, I get what he's trying to do, but I don't know how much more of these my arms can take. Come on, Eustace. You can at least take something, anything. Eustace, something in that magazine catch your eye? What is that? It's not the Imperial Chronicle. Look for yourself. The Noble Alliance marches to victory? The glorious Noble Alliance, led by Duke Cayenne and Chief of Staff Rufus Albrea, continues their victorious streak. Their quest to carry the country into a new, brighter future feels all the more complete with each new success, and it should only be a matter of time before the foolish Imperial Army is eradicated once and for all. Well, that's quite the article. Not exactly going for the unbiased approach, are they? Of course not. I imagine the writers are just as much under the Alliance's thumb as those under the Imperial Chronicle. They're trying to manipulate public perception of the Alliance in preparation for their rule as the war is won. But both Duke Cayenne and my brother are thinking of not only how to win the war, but how to control Erebonia afterwards. That's how far ahead they're able to think. Sorry, Eustace, this must be hard on you. Still, it doesn't mean we're gonna go lose out by not doing the same. Instead of focusing on the way things might be, we should focus on the here and the now and what we can do to change things. If we do, I'm sure the future we want will fall into place. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I wouldn't disagree. So what if they're thinking 3 moves ahead? Falls apart if we do something to shake up their plans, and that's just what we'll do. We'll get the future we want. To think, you're capable of such positivity so soon. But I suppose you still have much more of a capacity for it than I do. Want you back to your usual self as soon as possible, Reen. We won't be able to secure this future of ours without it. I'll see what I can do. And their shopping is complete. Lugged their purchases back to the Courageous, stored them in the ship's hold, and went back into the Ruhr. Okay, there's a rank 4. I feel like... Stop, please. My face. My goodness. I'm gonna end up wearing a helicopter and a bottle off the head. Stop, please. Who is left? We got 2 points, and I'm trying to think of who. Is there anybody like so? Okay, there's Machias, there's Gaius, there's Toa, there's Millium, there's Elliot, there's Sarah, there's Millium, and then there's Elisa and Princess Alfina. We have options. Just don't know what to do. I feel like I feel bad about just like lopping off names of like, I know I'm not gonna hang with you. Like Milliam, right off the bat. Milliam, as soon as I say she's terrible, you throw her in there. I just feel like I have no use for her, like at all. She's like she's like Jeff's Machias. Like of all the people I just don't feel a connection with, she's one of them. I don't know why. Like, I think it's just and sort of like Fee's useful, but I again sort of like it's like a distant relationship a little bit. With 2 spots left, I'm thinking Elliot by the RF store, and then maybe we'll head on over to maybe Elisa, maybe Gaius. Be good to get him in there. Then we'll stumble around a little bit and see. Just on the best ride ever, a bench. I can't stop thinking about our field study from here earlier in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun. V was still alive. And yeah, even if we did think he died back at the mine, guessing news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taking it. Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just try to cheer up, okay? I mean, he's definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while. I just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come on with me, Reen. What's going on now? You'll find out soon enough. Let's go. Now, how do you say no to a happy face like that? As Elliot dragged Reen into the Rhineford building, and after he borrowed a few things, dragged him right back out again. Well, this sort of looks like the same kind of horrible guitar I used back at the festival. That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard were made by the Rhineford company. They're display models, but they said we could use them since playing them right out here will make for good advertising. So it should be all tuned up now. I even got permission too. So want to get started? Get started? Wait, you don't mean, yeah, why not? A little busker concert going on? I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me putting on a concert in the middle of the street. I'm even surprised that Avon went through the whole trouble of even making sure he had a pick. A lot of games would just do like a terrible commercial and make it look like they're playing air guitar or something. Kudos to them. Despite the sudden start, we played with gusto and entirely focused on our instruments and the performance. A surprising number of Ruhr's residents had stopped on in to listen and clap. All in all, success. Well, that was something. Impressive work, Reen. We were out of sync in a few spots and missed a note here or two, but it was fun, wasn't it? At least for me, at least. Yeah, it was fun. Just goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performers got some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there was as I performed at the festival. Oh, a little biased, but I'd say playing yourself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up. Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot. This definitely helped me cheer up. You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can. With some time to practice, of course. Not just us, though. The whole class. Just like back at the festival. That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. Alright, well, just because you pulled my leg, we'll go hang out with Milliam. And the street concert complete, we went back to the Rhineford HQ to return the instruments with smiles of elation on our face. So where is she? Wrong button. She is at the brewer station? Is that upstairs? No. Am I missing where the station is? Is it upstairs? Oh, it's right there. God, I'm an idiot. I'm clueless is what it is, folks. There she is. Also riding on a best ride the bench. I guess the Eisengraf's pretty much stuck in Ruhr Station for the time being. Better stuck than under Alliance control though, right? Now that I think about it, I never went and got what I left in there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again. Cool to take a look around inside again too. Sure. Mind if I join you, Milliam? We didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, I'd like to. I'm not stopping you. In the words of Fee, let's roll. Spoke to the RMP officers guarding the station and were granted permission to step on aboard the Eisengraf. Once inside, we went straight to the front carriage, and Milliam found what she was looking for on the engine room's dashboard. Aw, okay, you won me. You won me. Oh, it's a stuffed bear, and a pretty big one, too. He's awesome, isn't he? Gramps bought him for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission. You did? I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something as cute as a present. Yeah, I guess he didn't seem like that type, eh? He probably bought it for me on a whim. Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything, but, Hey, while we're here, you wanna go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried. Sure, why not? Putting the RMP out, remember? Can't spend too long in here. Why didn't we go to the dining car? Or, the area that had the couches. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though, so it's no wonder it'd be so ritzy. I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to a conference in Crossbell. Well, yeah, Prince Oliver and Toa were on board for that trip, too. We could have gone to the bar. Could have. Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about how the train's lost its master. Same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Ironbloods have. Oh, that's true. Guess he can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing we can do about it, though. Crow outsmarted him, and that's that. Still can't believe he actually managed to kill him. I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so impartially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know? Why would I be? I mean, when Dad was shot by that Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. And the Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? I'm just saying that there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. You need a shoulder to cry on. I'm sorry, I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry anyways? What? What do you mean, what's it like to cry? Surely you've done it before, everyone has. I'm asking because I seriously don't know. Wait, you serious? Is she like a robot or something? Or you've never cried? Not once? I guess not. Felt moved when reading books and felt kind of lonely when someone wasn't there anymore, but being so upset about something that tears come out her eyes just seems kind of alien to me. How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than they can count. Huh? Why'd you go all quiet for? Are you still down about the stuff with V? Cheer up, okay? It's no fun if you're all gloomy like this. No, it's okay. I'm just having a hard time processing what you're saying. Just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and friend. If anything were ever to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset. Enough to cry a lot. Just remember that. Okay, I still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep that in mind. I really like all of you guys too. Come on, how reckless you are. You're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Fair point. I'll be careful. All right. And after they finished talking, the two left the Eisengraph with the stuffed bear in hand. All right. All right, she's got the bear. I'm happy. You're happy. We're all happy. I think. So, what do you mean I could have gone to the bar? I mean, I could have, but you know, there would have been someone else there. There is Instructor Mary we can talk to at a residence, and then that's basically like outside of maybe finding some people to talk to. I think we're all basically done here. Where is that residence? Over here. Ah yes, the house that I went into and I thought I was walking into a bar like a proper drunk. At bonding event, you learn a little bit about me. We certainly did. We certainly did. Are you instructing or vanilla? Mint? Wait, oh, you guys are just chilling here. From the sound of things, you really fought wonderfully yesterday. It was quite a shock when I heard the particulars of what happened, but I'm glad you're all safe. Us too. Thanks, instructor. Are you sure you don't want to come with us? You wouldn't be the first instructor to come on board the Courageous. You know, we got Instructor Thomas with us, and we'd be happy to have you on board. I'm certain that if I were to join you on the ship, I would only be a burden. That's due in no small part to my family potentially objecting to my presence there and causing trouble for everyone. As inactive as it sounds, I think the best thing I can do for you is stay here and pray for your safety and success. Well, you're sure. Try not to let you down. I like to imagine that Ruhr will be safe for the time being, but take on care, all the same. I'm so glad Mom and Instructor Mary are all right. Thanks for the whole liberating Ruhr thing, Reen. Seriously, I mean it. I can't thank you and your classmates enough. I mean, it's not like you guys didn't play a part in it or anything, but liberating Ruhr is just one step on our path to liberating the Academy. Well, I'll be counting on you. I won't let you down. Wait, so are they now not back on the ship anymore, or are they just waiting for us to, you know, go back? All we need to worry about is you and Makarov. As I've explained to you numerous times, Makarov and I are certainly friends, but I'm afraid we don't have the sort of relationship you seem to think we do. Oh? Have you got a problem with my baby brother? What's your deal? I feel like I've gotten in the middle of something. Hey, they have an orbital fridge. They are rich, but they also sleep in their kitchen. So I'm not sure how rich they are. I feel like there was something to this, but door is locked. There's Celine. What brought you here? A desire for privacy and quiet. Have you ever tried taking a nap on the Courageous? Looking at you, you definitely haven't. You look like something the cat dragged in, and that's being generous. Normally, I just tell you to forget about what's already happened, but I see you're beyond the point, so try not to let it shake you too much. Depression isn't exactly going to our allies in the days to come, so don't let it take you over, okay? Man, I must look really bad if you're trying to cheer me up. Don't get the wrong idea here. I just want you to take your mopiness into the battle with you and both get us killed. I'm worried about me, okay? Alright, I got it. Yeah, I don't think there's really... I don't like how it doesn't keep zooming and not zooming in. Whether there's people to hang with. Just be a little bit more thorough. Like, see, this is the thing I'm talking about of, like, you have the opportunity to go out to hang places. We've talked to everyone for bonding events, but I feel like I may still be missing something. Hey, Boris! But, you know, we've got all that we've needed to get. So, just sort of unsure. Where do you think these pipes just lead to? Just right into his house? Like, it's a quick way to stay warm, I guess, or cold. Industrial looking, you know, these two ladies are always bitching at each other. Just as I thought everything was sorted out, Lady Angelica tells us that she's going to be leaving us. I hope she's not planning to flirt with any other girls elsewhere in the country. She's such a playgirl. She has us, so why would she ever need anyone else? I don't know. She stroked us both on the head. She did tell us she'd be leaving with the other students from her academy while she was doing that, though. I didn't think our sweet time together would be so brief. And yet, here it is. I've been told that Sister Quell was transferred elsewhere. I'm so sad she had to leave us. I hope we can see her someday. I mean, you could, but you're not. How about that? Ah, doors. Having a rough time with them. Angelica, bad move. Only Reen can give head pats to girls, right? I mean, but to be fair, let Angelica do what Angelica wants to do. And now that the Marquis has changed his position on the war, peace has finally returned to the city. It seems that this was the most of the soldiers wanted all along, deep down. Conflicts are incredibly tragic for everyone involved, even more so when they're in between family members. I still don't get, like, I know we discussed this yesterday, but I still don't get why Reen is still so far, like, down in the dumps over V's death. Like, again, I guess he thinks he could save everyone, but we should have seen the writing on the wall that was not going to happen, and he's still, like, you know, even the cats can notice that we look terrible, so. I heard one of the terrorists was called to the goddess's side during the battle at the Schwarz-Drac barrier. Though he may have strayed from the right path, each lost light still makes the world a dimmer place. I pray that he might find peace, his final rest. Okay. Like, what was the plan for Terrorist V had he lived on? Like, we ain't throwing him into jail. That ain't happening, right? So, like, what's the deal? Like, what's the plan of these things? Good old Andre, he seems to be everywhere. At least he's proud of us. Good day. Welcome to the Rhineford Company's corporate headquarters. Feels so great to be back to work. It's been so long since I was actually able to do my job. But enough about me. Feel free to go inside, and all you Thor's kids have done, come and go as you please. He had to die so you'll feel sorry for. I guess. It still feels weird to me, though. So it looks like everyone that, like, was, like, sort of either out of work or was thrown to the mine and not able to come home is sort of now back to work. Everything's sort of returning normal here in Ruhr. Yeah, no more slacking, kids. No, I didn't want to talk to you 8 more times, Leonard. Sorry. I wanted to talk to Manager Dalton. Well, at least the thanks are happening. We're glad that we could do it. Yeah, we'll do it anytime again that you guys get liberated once more. But once Rhineford returns to normal, Ruhr should follow. Could not be more grateful for all you've done. Oh, you want to, like, exchange some mirror, though, with me or something? Hey, what's this? Doc Brown? What you guys doing? You guys talking about meth? Sir, the Orbital computer production line is completely unusable. They've made such crazy modifications to it that I can't make heads or tails of the damn thing. All right, I'll take care of this. Get to work on restoring the design data. That's a penis right there. I'm telling you, that's an orbital penis. Orbital car. Orbital airship. I think that might be it. Orbital tank. An alarm started sounding right when I was about to close a huge deal yesterday. It really scared the life out of me. But looking around at how fired up the staff is today, I got a feeling today's gonna go really well. Hola. You're one of the heroes that freed the city. What an honor to be able to meet you like this. Wow, this will be quite the story on my next business meeting. I didn't do much, honestly. Your praise is probably better saved for Angelica. Well, not at all. There's no way Ruhr would have been freed if not for the courageous. So on behalf of everyone here in Ruhr, I want to thank you for your incredible work. Thanks for your thanks. Those monsters, how can they stop producing PCs, right? How humiliating. We're forced to follow the acting chairman's orders to the letter. As awful as that was, things got even worse when we ended up letting those archaisms run rampant in the building. We're in the middle of a complete revamp of our security patrols to make sure that can never happen again. Well, good. Elevator 1 or 2, doesn't matter? No. I mean, maybe they're farming for their GPUs to get the Bitcoin, the Ethereum. You know, do people still do that now? You know, maybe they're, you know, that it's not really what it used to be many moons ago. So there's Elisa, but no hanging out with Elisa. Checking out the mansion to make sure everything's okay. Sharon supposedly put everything back in order, but can't hurt to double check. No, go see mommy. Go see mommy. You want some juice? Want some juice? It's all over your face. Your face wiped? Yes, I'm gonna wipe your face. Get down. We'll wipe your face. Come on. No, we're not playing games. Come on. No, yeah. Come on. Here, finish your milk. No, yes. Come on. Come on.
So.
Sorry about that. Oh, did we hear the ayayas and the waffles? I think the people that farmed Ethereum are not going to the classic version of the coin, so that will stay only the profit is lower. I don't really stay too on top of that stuff because I don't care about it, but wait, do you think someone other than Sharon was here was a little bit... It's just funny to me that just someone comes on in here and just lives here because I guess maybe is this not their house? It's maybe the Rhineford Company house? You know, with Mother Irina being far more busier, there's just nothing else to do. So, anything upstairs? Maybe? There are people. Oh, there she is. Last night I received an invitation to stay here. There's still some time left until we have to leave, so I think I'll spend some quality time curled up with these books instead. Sharon's coffee can't be beaten either. In fact, pulling myself away from here may prove to be a real struggle. It's always with the hearts afterwards, isn't it? You deserve nothing but the highest praise for the way you fought yesterday, Master Reen. Were it not for your assistance, I doubt I would have been able to rescue the chairman, much less liberate Ruhr. You have my most heartfelt thanks. Say that like we wouldn't have been able to do this without you. This was a team effort through and through, and besides, I'm the last person who deserves any praise. If I'd just been a little stronger, V would still be alive. He still is down on that. I got some Bitcoin, nothing much now, about $80 claimed it from Run and the... See, so I do a thing called Shake Pay. Where literally I take my phone and every day I shake it. And it gives me Satoshis, which are little bits of Bitcoin. And I have about $85. I did have like about, I mean, it's all relevant as to what the cost is like. I had like $250 when Bitcoin was about $70,000 Canadian, but now it's like 27,000. So I don't think it's going to go that high again, but I just keep it there, maybe hoping it'll drop down or whatever. So never know. As much as I would like to, I'm afraid I have no right to attempt to comfort you. Not after having done the things I have. Sharon? Some might see your willingness to mourn the death of an enemy as a weakness, and understandably so, but I see it as just the opposite. I see it as a strength that you and your classmates possess. So, I won't insult you by telling you you're wrong to feel the way you do. I'm positive that you'll find a way to come to terms with those feelings on your own. I'm here for you if you need me. Okay, good. So much empty space. That's what gets me with this place. Wrong way. Such a large home. I got lost. Now, they have one, right? Yes. It's funny, of all the things that look like just like a normal kitchen, this is it. Like, you know, I don't see an horrible dishwasher, but probably you're on there somewhere. What would you like? I told you to stop climbing up that. You fell once, and I don't want you to fall again. It's not funny.
No, it's funny.
It's not funny. No, it's not even a little bit funny. Go see mommy.
No.
Go see mommy.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Are you gonna have a nap?
No, it's not your time.
Stop. That's how you fell the last time. You don't understand. Down.
This.
No.
That.
Stop.
This is down.
Stop. Listen, please.
Daddy.
Stop and listen.
Daddy.
No, you're not listening.
Sit down.
No, I'm not. Oh. You almost knocked over the clothes. Stop. Listen down, Logan. Listen. Oh.
Right.
Where are we going? Right? Left? Listen to the hotel managers. Weird on my... Why, can we buy something? No, we can talk to you. Almost... I hear Chairman Irina has restored her position. And Heidel Rogner is taking a leave. Wait, so did he not even get arrested? We just like... He's just going back? You know, he's probably going to be some old director again or something, probably. All of which is a massive relief to me. The RF group returns to its former glory. Our customers should come back. Just hope the war doesn't drag on for too much longer. Very tired of it. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Oh, having a little chit chat with Papri and listen to the radio. Here, I'll put on my favorite stations. You'll be jumping around with joy in no time. Well, okay. Like, feel free to tell me. These are the things of, like, if I'm wasting my time just walking around for other, like, maybe just getting little filler information here. I just gotta pick up my son's coat. Like, tell me, honestly. Like, if there's no reason for me to be walking around the rest of Ruhr and we can continue on with legitimate story stuff, then just let me know. I mean, I don't mind talking to everybody, but it's just that, like, you know, it does eat up a lot of time for sort of what we're doing, right? Or if there's things that we need to buy or get type of thing. I'm proud of Marquis Rogner for knowing when to stand down. He recognized his defeat honorably and swore to Her Highness that he would take no further part in the war. That's how a real man should behave. It makes me proud as ever to be a citizen of Ruhr to see him do that. Weirdo. If you like, you can do an easy thing on Coinbase. It's learn about coins. The reward, you get something of like $3 to take a quiz, 5 questions, and the best is you can get wrong. You can simply guess as many times as you'd like. Did you hear? Chairman Irina's back to work. What fantastic news. This means the second factory will be resuming operations too. I need to get back to the office and get my subordinates in gear right away. Is that what you need to do? Sure. About the talking to the NPCs, you can do it if you feel like. See, that's what I feel like, because I feel like I missed something. I'm bound to miss something if I don't talk to everybody, right? That's old school JRPG mentality. You talk to everyone, you might get rewarded. You might not, but at worst case scenario, you got more story added to it and it padded it out, right? Looks like we're gonna be able to get bigger orders of the products of our lineup again. I couldn't be happier. Hopefully a little extra commerce helps Ruhr get back into its old lifeblood time. What do you have? Okay, new weapons. I mean, might as well, while we do have the money. Buy some things. I guess I have to go to the Orbital factory to get the upgraded ones. Or is it these ones? Never mind, I don't have to do anything. It all worked out well in the washeroos. Okay, we're good. We can leave. Finally. Okay, yeah, so we haven't been to the Ruhr Institute of Technology and then back to Jackass. It's just so funny to me that that guy's place is called Jackass. I think this is where Georgie is. Yep. Because, you know, he went here, right? So this is where his connection was. What time is it now? Yeah, we should be in the building. I'd really rather not see him, but I've got to do what I got to do, I guess. Time to try and arrange a meeting. Knowing him, he's going to be exactly the same as I remember. Morty. Whoever he's here to see, he doesn't sound too happy about it. Marquise Rogner withdrawing from the alliance means that Ruhr's neutral now, right? That's great news. We don't need to worry about being attacked or any of that stuff now. Now I can devote myself wholeheartedly to my studies. Until like a nuke gets dropped by somebody. I mean, these people don't really feel like they've really even changed their ways at all from before. They were all just sitting there annoyingly when, you know, Rogner was in charge. And now that Irina's back sort of in charge, you know, all said and done, I guess. What your students need are an open, free environment that fosters their creativity, not lots of military funding. You're talking to a guy who went to a military school. Oh, I'm finally done. I want to see another account for a long, long time. And after what happened, the Institute's going to be making an effort to distancing itself from the Alliance, at least for now. Those who played the other games know who to see, and no one liked him. Right, yeah. Ooh, yay! Hooray for sweet, sweet freedom. Well, thank the goddess, now we don't have to worry about the Alliance anymore. They are ecstatic. Now, those guys would never leave sometimes, but it happened and now we're free. So for those of us who have played the other games but now completely don't know who you're talking about, who is George seeing that he's not too pleased about it? I'll be taking a look around Ruhr Institute of Technology soon. It's practically the premier technical university in the country, so I think any time I spend there will be my benefit. I would imagine so. Play Trails to Find! It's the worst answer ever. That's the triggering response answer now that I'm just so... We did go inside during our field study, but it was just for Professor Schmidt's request, so we didn't explore much, but still. Very good to make a break from the nearest school and we finally get a little time to rest. Well, there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? You should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to get your mind off what's getting them down. Keep that in mind, thanks. Wait, is this the Jackass guy? Or is he like downstairs? Oh, he's downstairs. Never mind, elevator. Because we're lazy. Oh my god, getting caught on anything in a video game is exhausting. Oh, I guess like that's the other thing too. Now everyone's home, right? So there's gonna be a lot of bumping uglies between minor Cratch, and you're gonna have to send the kids Celine and Todd off somewhere else so they can do it and whatnot. Deepest gratitude, eh? Well, that's great. But yet there's not a scratch on him. Thank you so much. Well, you're welcome. How does the kid feel? Now that means we're gonna have to be making a few more toys to make up for. Is that how that works? I guess. See, they don't have an orbital refrigerator, but they also sleep in their kitchen. Is this Jackass? This is the repair shop. Jackass. Oh, that's where we saw. Wait. I get Laura and Sarah so mixed up every time. It's gonna blow my mind every time. Jackass is doing some maintenance on my orbital gun for me. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elise introduced me to him, but he seems like he knows his stuff. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined, daddy-ish aura about him, sort of like Gwyn. Then he'd be more my type. Maybe we could have a beer together, but why not that? The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside, though, you should take this chance to make sure all your gear is in good shape. There's no telling what you'll need to put in through some hard use, and it's always paying to be prepared. Just have some kid just talking to Jackass. Oh, it's Grandpa. Grandpa, how do I get good at hide and seek? What are you, stupid? You hide in places where people won't find you. I love just the straight up answer. That's what I mean. How do I find places where people won't find me? I wish I had the answer. Things might be getting back to usual around here, but gotta look into a little something for old Gwyn here. We both know there's something going on in the shadows of the war, but outside of that, both in the dark. The orbital refrigerator is new and expensive, so it's normal all people don't have them. Like, do people just go to the grocery store every day? Can't exactly leave Locomo and go looking into it right now, though. You're gonna have to wait for some things to settle down a bit. Alright, anything I should be buying here? This looks like this might be our last little huzzah. Oh, there's like Voice Breaker 2? Oh, we already have one of those on. Really? We have like level 2 breakers now? I never even thought. Apparently we do. Nightmare 2, Impede 2, Leg Breaker 2. Don't have any of those. He has a pawn shop, you got one on the ship, right. So I don't have to worry too much. I forget about everything we have on the ship. Okay. We'll worry not too much. Where would I be without you, Boris? I'd be lost. And the one on the ship gets most of the new stuff first. Oh, so good thing I didn't just waste my points on that thing. Okay, so... I don't think we talked to Gaius. We'll just do one little wrap around here and... Hey, Gaius, you highway bound? That's right. Figured I might head out, fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gin's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out there, so I'd give it a try for myself. Wait, so... Is this where I want to do those trial chests? And go to that Ignis Shrine now? Or do I have to go to the Courageous first and then get the option to go wherever? Just be careful, though. Monsters have gotten a lot tougher than they were when Gwyn used to fish out there. Well, I will. Don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about anything at all. Some time to de-stress yourself while you've got it. Everyone has times when they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. Give that a try, thanks. First on the ship, and then you can go all the new places you've been. Thank you. Oh, so this is like that old factory that's something else now. Still can't go in. Even in the other game, we couldn't go in. It's out of service. So if it wasn't out of service, I'd be allowed in? Is that what you're telling me, or no? Careful. We gotta put that on with your other stuff. Yeah, we talked, went into there, got the stuff there. I think that the game won't let you go outside of town. Probably won't, knowing games. I'm not a big fan of games sort of preventing you from doing that type of stuff, but I mean, I can't be, you know, I think we've literally done all we can. When you finished up all the side activities, we can go to the airport, and basically that's all it. Have I missed anybody? That's what I'm a little worried about.
Right.
Like, where is everyone that I should be, like, if there's still people that I'm supposed to be, getting for the courageous, where are they? Like, if I can't leave here, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, well, this is why I'm gonna be thorough. Okay, we've been in here. Angelica, we talked to her, and Toa, they're just literally waiting for me to go. Yeah, we already had this conversation. Because there's nothing like I'm missing on here. Like, what do the green icons mean that I could have hung out with them, but now that I've used it? You mean as a student recruitment for the ship? I think for this part you can't add them now. When you get back to the ship, you can go onto the PC and pick them up. Oh, okay. It's like we've literally been here. I've talked to literally everybody here. As much as humanly possible. So I don't think we're, like, literally missing anything. I guess one last save and we are good to go. All right, let's move on with our lives. I think this was the airport. No, I'm an idiot. Did I talk to this guy and this dog? We can always be sure about that. Yes, the green exclamation point are people with the possibility of bonding, only there's more people than you got points. Right, yes, exactly. Yep. Bark at me, bark at you. Who would have expected Her Highness Princess Alfin would grace our humble province with her presence? Not her that she was under the Alliance's control in Heimdall, but do old rumors matter at this point? What matters is that she's out of the capital and free now, and she's the hope of every single boner Villian. Yeah, they only give you 5 points only. All right. Okay. Well, that other ship is gone. Oh, I have to go up here. Ah! Yeah, you really do get a scope of how big things can be here. You really do. Got something to say about the courageous, sir? Ma'am? It did get a full, like, little look over, didn't it? How's it going? Just leave the courageous maintenance to me. I've been watching the ship since she was a few lines on paper. It's like a child to me. I'm gonna get her cleaner than she's ever been when she first took flight. I mean, shouldn't she already be clean now? When you do New Game Plus, you got an option to get max bonding points. You can do all the people every free day. We had to take a detour to avoid a battle or something. I mean, that explained it. No sense in risking your passengers' lives by flying over a heated war zone. Don't worry about it. We don't have weapons. I was told by that yesterday's stream. That's what I did in New Game Plus and Cold Steel 1. Should I go on in and check on Valimar in the hold? If I do, I probably won't have the time to do anything else here. Looks like the maintenance is nearly finished. Board the Courageous.
Upper rank you go! Here's a bonus from the Academy. Wow, that must have been tough. I'm so proud of you, Reen.
Okay, I think we got everything there. Always love seeing that. Yeah, slap that on Laura. That domination. All right, we will do. Valimar, you're awake and erect.
Greetings, my lady.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so?
He's becoming self-aware. I've seen movies about when this happens.
That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality.
So he just understands English, is what you're telling me. Who knows, maybe by the end of the game he will throw jokes left and right. Sort of like, what was the movie with Matthew McConaughey in that square world, Interstellar? And they has to tell, like, he's like, hey, what's your humor function at? And he's something like 90%. He's like, can you dumb it down to like 60%? Yeah, and then the jokes aren't as funny.
To your insistence, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh?
I mean, you were there, right? You know that someone died.
I look that burdened to you?
He does.
Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them.
We also were the cause of the, like, that's one thing that's weird to me. Like, you didn't have to fight him. He would have killed you. Just, I guess that's the only thing I'm trying to gauge over. Why is he so perplexed over a terrorist's death?
But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening.
Yes, if you wouldn't have had Valimar keep punching it in the dick.
And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart.
I don't get it.
Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Yes, we all feel grief here and there.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep.
Already, just right back to bed, eh?
Require my aid again.
Hey, Goyo Supremo, 1, 2, 3. How you doing? What's up, man? Good to see you, buddy.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me.
Fucking foreshadowing is strong in this way. Yeah, I wonder who he is talking about. I'm too dumb to know.
Ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here?
Why not get drunk for once, Reen? Go call Sarah. Go tell her that, hey, you know what? That drink you've kept trying to buy me all this time, I'm open to it. In regards to the next game, right? Well, there are 2 more of these, right?
Reen Schwarzer speaking.
At least of this arc. Reen had a tendency to throw himself into the fire to save people. He's a little bit of self-destructive. Ask Sarah for a nightcap. She might be able to help out on both ways there, right? A nightcap and then a nightcap, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
No, I don't have any minutes for you, George. I'm trying to figure how and why I'm holding my phone the way it is.
George, is something wrong?
I never watched Dragon Ball, so I don't know what I don't know what Goku syndrome is.
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment. And an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your divine knight.
Oh, the person that you weren't looking forward to visiting, eh?
How soon do you think you can come over?
I was just there. Like, literally about, 6 minutes ago, you piece of sh...
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of
We're
yours?
getting married! Is that what's happening? Me and George? I didn't know I swung that way, but...
It's the Institute's president.
Oh!
Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
Professor Schmidt, eh? I was told to play trials and find... Trials? Trails. I was told to play trails and find out. I think I'm finding out. Big penis in the background, by the way. Huge. Professor Shit. Is that what you call him? He could be nice people. He could be terrible people. He looks okay. He looks like a typical professor. White lab coat. Monocle to show that he has monopoly money, like any proper Canadian. The name's G. Schmidt. I serve as this institute's president. Certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of that Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be damn near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to a snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be the one of the students who helped you get that minor medal earlier in that year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. Should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Were you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldats? It is. Duke Cayenne made the request and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot Ordine and the Society's archaisms as a reference point. And they designed a frame that could be mass-produced even with the Rhineford Company's technological capabilities. Afterwards, I drew up plans for several models and oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? I mean, do you have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reen. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses interest himself into it until he's done, and then hell with the consequences. The railway guns in Garalea Fortress and the Orbital Wayward jamming device were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Well, I totally get it, unfortunately. But what made you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course. That's what I called you here for. I was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh.
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice. Get Valimar a better sword, one like yours.
Yeah, and if you mean by piece of sunshine, you mean a piece of shit, Boris, you would be correct.
If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
So we need to get a sword like Reen uses. George told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting in equal terms with the Azure Knight. Might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really? You'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zemurian ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. Wasn't that the one that we used to get Machias's special weapon that we never used ever again? Yeah, you used that to make weapons for us before, didn't you, Georgie? Oh, you know it. Saves me the effort of explaining to you then. It's an extremely rare one found here in Zemuria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore, your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. The double saber Ordine uses appears to be made of it too, which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Taki made of Zemurian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need a vast amount of ore. Yet it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that... Oh god, excuse me. Oh jeez, excuse me. The concept of a weapon that can compete against Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself, right? It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for those soldats you developed, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me ill. Bear in mind, Zemurian ore is an incredibly rare material. Until you'll find enough of it to get the job. So this is the go get the Triforce for me, Link. Right? Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest tacky you'll ever lay eyes on. My name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Well, thanks, Professor. This will be great help to us. Rare or not, we're gonna find all the Zemurian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. And the advice Reen received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but we couldn't have asked for a better guy. After politely excusing ourselves, Reen and George left the Institute of Technology of DeVry to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, we boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. See, I feel like, outside of the way he talked to me, was Professor Schmidt in Cold Steel 1, am I that dense that I've already forgotten about this young old man with white hair? Look, I sometimes have white hair, not that bad. Not like, he's like literally Doc Brown, but terrible. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be one feisty side, but a sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I get used to it. Wait, didn't we already get someone else to be driving the ship, and now we have Angelica driving the ship? He's strict and concise, like 95% of bosses. Oh, he's only referenced by name, okay. Wow, I can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious he's more qualified to sit there now between the two of us. Job's all yours. Angelica can do many things with anything that's shaft-like. So he's a dick like most bosses, right? I hereby accept the positions of Chief Helmsman and Courageous Second in Command. Whoa, I don't think we threw the Second in Command in there, but there's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. We're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Ruhr. I don't think any of us could have predicted how the war situation would have changed in the process. But Marquis Ragnar and his provincial army's withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. Well, for one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Nordia Provincial Army, after all. So, the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Arabonia, though. They still come out on top in the West. Right. Prince Olivert said as much as well. General Laguine and Brigadier General Bardius are out there and claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. Let's see. Huh. Well, except Angelica swings for the home team, if you catch my drift. What you're saying there, Gil, is she may like the tacos. Fish tacos, maybe. Told us the captain, there's no way to keep Angelica away. No, there's not. There really isn't. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front now. Finally on lunch! Wait, do you work like for 4 hours, then go on lunch, and then work for 2? Because like now you're working like the 6 hours? Sucks that it's not like, or maybe 3 and 3, could be. Supposed to work 3 hours, then 2.5. Okay. Well, that's what we're entrusted with, and fighting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? Putting it into perspective, yes. Got our hands full over here. Let's make every moment count. But I didn't take it until now because my supervisor wanted to play a game with us. A game? Kind of game. Like solitaire or like hide the hot dog? What kind of game we play? Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Pictionary online. Okay. Speaking of, mind giving us an update on the situation with Valamar's weaponry? Oh, you like know? Right. How could we forget? Lost out on our $50 gift card. Playing for corporate money, eh? Professor Schmidt agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? I mean, sort of. Cooperate's a strong word, Elisa. He only cares about what interests him. But it ends up benefiting us is really secondary. And remember, he's only going to help if we happen to find enough Zemurian ore to make the weapon. How are we going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valamar himself is made of that ore, didn't you? You wouldn't happen to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid the Hexen clan knows very little concerning the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clan say they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. We're about to get gnomed. Is he offering a raise when losing at the game, right? Yeah. See, a $50 gift card's better than nothing, but like, doesn't that like, I know that irks me of like, the talk of all these little extra things when in reality, look, it's a very simple process with work, right? I sell you my time, you give me monies. That's it, right? Don't overcomplicate this relationship when it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Wow, that's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories such as anyone else, but I had no idea the band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly they worked closely with the clan's ancestors, but somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't exactly tell you when. How curious. Clock in, do your job, go the fuck home. It's very simple. It's more I make you money, so give me my part in return, right? Maybe so. But none of that's going to help us find any ore. Chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough, but only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. Hence the Triforce stuff. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Yes. It's all adding up. Oh yeah, where the higher elements were active? Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long, long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zemurian ore crystals. Those crystals were turned to use to create the Divine Knights. So, If there's any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before? I mean, am I supposed to be a mind reader? Wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Do I remember when Celine was quiet on purpose with those? This is why she said what she did and acted like she did. No, I mean, it makes sense now, yes. Yeah. Hey, she told us now, right? All you gotta do is one of those shrines, we'll be rolling on ore. Yeah, probably do one of those shrines and you get like a fifth of an ore or something, knowing my ass. Let's hope so. We got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right. Shrine is last. Side quests first. Wait, what are the side quests? I mean, we have that, there was the Ignis Shrine that I wrote down on the Nortia Highway 3. Is that not first? That's like, you get the new, okay. Before departing, we thought it's best to check on in if there's new requests from Prince Oliver, and after the timing turned out to be quite apt, he'd very recently sent several their way. Okay. From Klein and Heibel. So here's the deal. An airliner got hijacked mid-trip and went missing, but we managed to track it down to the Isengard range. Right now, the hostages are still inside. So we're gonna rescue them. It's gonna be tough given that the hijackers are armed, but that's where you and the Courageous come in. Toa can give you the specifics on how to reach us, but we'll be waiting for you in the Isengard range. See you there. So start with the shrine by the Twin Dragons Bridge. But I'm doing these first though, right? Because there's like no good elastic in those. Do not do the shrines first. Do the side quests. Okay, and these all look to be just side quests. There's nothing in red stating like story time. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon you for a request of my own. Unbeknownst to my worthy rival, I have left a letter in the location indicated by the blue cross. I think you'll find it well with your while to read it, Phantom Thief B. Yes, side quest and then students first with all the books and other stuff. Okay. Bruisin' for a bruisin' from Prince Olivert. Imagine Eustace Albarea weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. Surely you would not let such a dire scene come to pass, would you? The battle is set, and the North Cruisin' Highway awaits. The monster is now Baradin on the North Cruisin' Highway 3. Till 3? I'm happy to see that Heibel's with him too. Not happy about the airliner going missing though. It's like flight M370, right? We'll find it. Doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore. Dangerous as it sounds, but look at this one. Phantom Thief B? What's this about reading a letter? As if we have time reading to be concerning ourselves with the pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really, but ignoring it might even be worse. Yep, we got work cut out for us. Hey, Reen, I want to help look for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? And there is our guaranteed member. Moving on now, of course, Fee is the locked in. And I think Celine and I should be with you too when you're exploring the shrine. Great, so do I have any choice in the matter here, or what? Make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said these trials were difficult. Relax. It is not possible to remove Fee Fi Fo Fum from the party. Okay. So, we're going to do 2 trials. 2 trial chests, not the trials, sorry. I just can't remember who they had involved. One was by the Nortia Highway 2, and one was by the Spina Roadway. Laura, Emma, and Eustace. Now, but was that... I mean, I guess I can change my party at any time now, though, right? All right. We got the info in the notebook. Okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot I could look that up. But I should be able to change my party now that the Courageous is able to flow around, right? Laura, Emma, and Eustace? And, you can change people as you like, only you can't remove feet. God. Okay. Throw an Elise in there just for funsies. All right. So we first got to put that domination thing on Laura. What is domination? It is of that. I probably have a trial chest with Gaius and Elliot too. Yeah, I wrote them down. I only have 2 that I missed. So if that's the... Well, no, I had Gaius and Elliot in my party previously, I believe. So... Alright, what does this do? First attack and craft used each battle deals doubled... Oh, I remember having this. So what do we replace? Obviously not hit. We want those things hitting. Shield 2, I cannot replace Shield 2. Because it's blue. In here? Ask Mummy. I'm busy. No, ask Mummy. So your options are hit 2, which that's not being removed. He wants a new show. Mummy can do it for you. Stop, please. I gotta upgrade a slut. Okay, that's what we gotta do. Well, let's get that out of the way. Go see Mummy. Mummy's calling you. Student information. Oh my god, that's a lot of people. If not, move it down, then place domination on that slot. I could do that. Still pretty angry that we can't play Pom Pom Party. So take Dragon Vision off, put hit 2 there. That'll work. There we go. Good talk. I mean, I still need to upgrade some stuff. Like that's quite clear, obviously. But now of course, is everyone ready for the tactics to be just thrown out of whack? Like, look at this. Are they drunk when they come up with this thing? Like they have to be. Look at it. Who sets this up? Who sets this up? Like, did they just like get dropped from the ship and just go, all right, I guess that's where we landed? Like some of it, like the only ones that make sense actually is Elisa and Emma. No, it isn't. It just looks weird. The only one that actually is weird is Eustace, which I would like to at least be centered somewhere. Then it looks pretty. All right. You had freeze on lore? What's wrong with you people? What's freeze do? Oh, it's just like, see, it's a big drop though. It's a big drop. I mean, shield 2 could be dropped. Probably actually is a good call, actually. Oh, but I can't, yeah, I freeze 2. I can't put it on because Suzaku is there. So actually, okay, so I could put it there. I put HP 2 there. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. Hey, look, we're all on the same page here. Look at that. How did this make sense? All right. So we don't even have to go down there to get the stuff. So there's people. There was some quests for people. Student information. Ken, Margarita, Hugo, Stefan, Klein. So Klein and Heibel had a quest, and all these other people are around somewhere. So let's get cooking. So we got some new locations added: the Isengard Range, the Ruhr region. Oh, and then we have some new things added in on the ship. So let's do all of those first. I think there's a cryptid I can fight now. I mean, we'll probably be able to do some of the side quests and probably murder a cryptid. Probably would be my guess. Look at the two of you just having a little girly time, eh? Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness. That's funny how that just rhymes off there. I'm sure my mother will be first just fine since Sharon's there to help too. I'm doing my best to help out everyone here, just like all time. I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone in expressing my happiness about that. A blonde gathering, right? With your mother safe, that leaves you free to focus your mind on others' being as well. Such the upstanding reign here. Wait, what? Sorry? Your Highness, I mean, I'm getting the impression my presence here is making things awkward. Can't let myself be shown up. I'll have to prepare my very own plan of attack. Your Highness, it's not what you really think. There's a book on the Order of the Phoenix of Wings. All right, so there's nothing else really here. Weird to have the okay. We're done. Conference room, but nobody's in here. Okay, so we had our maybe we should do like a couple levels extra. You know, maybe level 2 now, maybe. Do a couple of those. B is a okay. See how this will do.
We'll have to fight our way through.
Win without using arts. And I picked 2 people who use arts, and win without getting anyone KO'd. I mean, that's easy, but God, like that sucks. If he's a mid-range attacker, she can counter at a range of 3, which is why she's on the list. Terrible.
Here.
Back to work? Okay. Oh, great. They resisted that. Fantastic. Yeah, they may use that. So, again, I don't know.
Oh, Moon, shield us from harm. Crescent shell.
But this is not going to be fun with... Oh, that counts as magic. Okay. Yeah, this is going to suck with
Right.
not being able to use... I knew I was going to get something stupid like that. I really did.
Light.
I don't know if critical opportunities come up at all during these things. So like I'm trying to gather whether like I want to, you know.
Keep it up, everyone.
Just blow them away with the CP or what?
Too slow.
Take this.
My turn.
All right, let's. This just sucks. That's. I mean, I doubt that's gonna work. KO. What? KO would be death blow, right? So that was 0, so that ain't gonna work. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. Seal. You know, I got some opportunities. Yeah, 0. It was 0.
Eliminating targets. It's my turn.
Do you have an impede? You probably don't, because why would you? Ugh.
Oh, Moon, shield us from harm. Crescent shell.
Yep, she can reflect. I was smart enough to do that.
Oopsie.
I didn't realize this was going to take forever, though. Like, I guess, like, just me not thinking out loud. That's the one crappy part.
You're not getting away. Molten Rain!
Right.
So what was his craft? It was this one. Okay. I wanted to use this. Ugh. There's an easy way to do this. Move Alora's build to Sarah and kill them with one move. Oh, yeah. I never even thought of that. But that would work. That would work.
Sweet dreams.
Come on, game.
Got it. I'll back you up.
Yeah, Fee's gotten P and I didn't even think about it until now. Oh, God.
Okay.
Like, I'm not expecting it to be easy, I guess, but like, geez, like.
Eliminating targets. Got it. I'll back you up.
Time to begin.
Oh wow, he brings out the whole thing here.
Pure breath of the goddess. Reside in my music and heal my friends.
He's got some of the nicest looking S-crafts.
Thank you very much.
Now, if you guys could just all get like a lot closer here, so like I can really let something fly,
No problem.
that would be really nice.
Turn to flames. Burn! Now!
I'll back you up.
Like, it just looks like it's just going to be a really slow burn, to be brutally honest, would be my guess.
shield us from harm. Crescent shell.
And to be so close to 200 CP without not actually being there is just a waste to utilize it. Like, so again, don't waste it. And then that happens, so.
Eliminating targets. Now. I'll back you up.
Oh, come. I knew you were gonna throw some garbage like that. I knew it.
Okay.
Question: if it's a free art, it still is gonna it still is gonna count as me using it, right? So that's there's no getting out of that type of thing, right?
Eliminating
Yeah,
targets.
okay, so just don't use it. Can you guys like stop the garbage? Like, really?
Sweet dreams. I can do.
You can have a look at the pawn shop. Maybe have a rage course that'll work well with an evasion tank build. Yeah, it's just stuff like this that just takes a really long time, unfortunately.
Light. Rain upon us.
Hey, Soapy! How are you? We are pulling the gray hairs out here, ever so slowly.
Here I
He'll do an evade build nice and will rage when she crits on counters. Yeah, I mean, we'll get there. I just need like that one move. Like, where's that one move that can just get rid of everybody just in a nice little pack? Like, I mean, they're almost dead. Like, I mean, for me, bitching and moaning. Still no impede, which sucks. Mass flare, maybe. Probably to be ready with that instead. Can't get everybody yet. Just Fee's just chilling on her own, I guess. I'm doing well, just playing some Link's Awakening. Is that the? Are you playing the one that was on the Switch, the new one? Is that the one where it looks like sort of like Toon Link, but from a top-down view, like Link to the Past, maybe a little bit? If I'm correct, I've wanted to play that.
My turn.
All right, Fee, you need to be healed probably. Just still using these crafts all day. God, you know how great a blind on these people would be?
Here.
Still have the OG version of that. Nice. Not gonna work. Not today. Not today. Oh, anime, please.
Okay. All right.
What is the OG version of that on? Is that a GameCube, Game Boy,
Right.
something? Love when this just reaches everyone. I'm going to burn through some quick games this week while waiting for P5R to release on. I forgot that's like literally coming out like so soon, isn't it? Completely forgot about that. Next Friday, yeah, like it's on Game, like it's gonna get a lot of play on Game Pass and everything,
Thanks.
which is good for the series, of course. I say, but
Okay.
all right, you know, just keep impeding everybody. We'll be here for a year.
Of course.
I just want to drop like a. Oh, something. That one guy would just come closer. What anime convention are you going to? I assume one that's nearby you. Ah, missed.
Too slow.
Now you're blind. Oh, the defense up. You guys are wasting your points with this stuff. Oh, is someone gonna have close to a 200 fee? Can you get it up there? Yeah, and Steam. That's right. Gotta just come to Steam. I feel like it's been so long, like I think everyone who's already played it has played it though. I could be wrong. It's just hard for me to think of it being a I always find it funny how Sony hates the idea of porting their titles to you, and yet here we are. Oh, exactly. And now, like, I thought I just read that isn't was it Miles Morales is now coming to the Switch, or no, Switch to the PC now. Like, all of them are just starting to come out now. It's hilarious. I've always said the money has always been in the software. It's not in the hardware. I don't like. I understand their thought processes. You buy the hardware so that you buy the software. I get it, but like, hardware isn't where the money is. So like, why don't you just, like, if you want someone to play, because there always will be console players. There always will be people who just don't want to get in the mess of a PC, and I get it. I was one of them before. But for the life of me, I don't understand. Just put everything out on a platform that everyone likes. If people want to buy your console, they will, because they just like having the idea of like putting a disc in or buying something and it just works. I get that. People like that. That's why they'll still buy consoles. Oh, this sucks. Unless Elise is gonna get that 200, which I don't think she's going to get it, but let me see. I did not play it, not eager the Phantom Thief thing. I only played Persona 4. It still is it's still a good buy. Boris, I'm telling you, it is. It still really is. Stu! I heard you were sick, Stu. Down with the vid. Is this true, Vid? Is this true? Do you actually like, have it terrible, or like you have like eight boosted shots now, don't you? You're all alive and well or something, I think. Does anyone even need to be healed? No. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I feel so silly not using... What is Emma's thing? Nasty headache for a few days. That's about it. Lord Albaran. That's got to be of some use to somebody. Murder them all, please. Not a goodbye if my PC can't turn it. Yeah, not going to be mugged. No, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, though, right? It's not... PCs can't run everything, so it is good to have consoles around. Like, I just want everyone to have choice. I love the Switch, but I'm not a handheld guy. I love Nintendo stuff. Nintendo might be the only one that can literally get away with having people buy their systems all the time. Literally. They're the only ones that know they don't have to put all their stuff on their system. Well wishes to you, Stu.
That takes care of them.
Yeah, I agree, Goya. I agree. How much do you think the consoles would be if they covered costs? They're getting closer nowadays. I believe the Xbox, this generation just did sell, or at least break even. So this generation, they're about 10% off. Previous generations, I had heard like the PlayStation 2 in its heyday. That was rumored to be something like a $1,000 system that was being sold for 50% of the price because no one was going to buy that for $1,000. The original Xbox was another like $1,000 system that again no one's going to pay that much. But they're obviously far better now. Yeah, they're getting closer. Nintendo's always been one for the longest time that's always generally, at least if they weren't breaking even or making a profit on what they sell. So
I'm so glad.
a serene blessing too. Oh, some CP up. That is really nice. That is it right there. Remind me to not do that until the off season. Jeez. That's all you're giving me? U materials? 4 of them? I mean, I know I was bitching about not having them before, but I mean, Did you see, Stu, the size of the 4090 compared to a PlayStation 5? I almost like people are gonna have to buy. I mean, already, like, there's no building mini PCs anymore, right? Like, you're not fitting that thing in anything. It's just not a possibility anymore. Okay, yeah, we could do that one, but I'm probably gonna get something stupid thrown at us, so I'm not gonna do that. Consoles are not making money by the hardware. They get money from game exclusives and season passes. Now that I know much about it, yes, that's essentially how it's been going. Yeah, for quite some time. But that's what I've always said. Like, so if they weren't making a system, like I feel like Microsoft is starting to figure it out. Get stuff on TVs. Get your cloud gaming set up really nice. Get people into the Game Pass and whatnot, and then eventually. Maybe you get into having like a small, like I would say, like I know Stadia is dead now, but Stadia worked. Okay, it sucks that Google had no hope in it, but that was the best of the cloud gaming services. And if Xbox can sort of figure that out, if Sony can figure that stuff out, in due time, and we might actually get somewhere with that type of stuff. Not everyone is going to be interested in cloud gaming. I get it, but it is nice to have as an option. If you're building a mini PC, you aren't likely to... No, but I meant like some people like that small package form, right? And still having like a lot of oomph, right? Because you could get those micro motherboards and everything could still fit in, but there's no way like 4090, probably anything of the 40 series is fitting into a mini build of any sorts, right? They did. I still see that they're still arguing over with Blizzard Activision. I guess it's still going through the courts. I assuming that it will still go through, but it is still being talked about. Everything's there. The shops and the dicks. But you see, like Goy, like, and Boris, the thing is though. Sony and Microsoft could still make all of that money still while selling their games on every platform. They could still do that, right? Like, Microsoft has an agreement with Samsung TVs. Like any Samsung TV you buy new is going to have the Xbox app on it. And then I think like if you buy one, you get a year of Game Pass for free added on. How well it works, I don't know. I can only speak for how well Stadia worked, but it worked well. Surprisingly well. Depends on your internet. The Nordic province going bowling out of war, everyone over into the Highlands can breathe easy. The chance for things to take a turn for the worse has always loomed over us, but it shouldn't be the case now. Yeah, it's a relief for me too, but I can only imagine how much bigger it is for you. Let's just say I owe you all for a lot of making this happen. Now I can focus entirely on my work as part of Class 7 and start paying you back for that. I played my part to protect my first home. Now it's time to bring peace to second one. You know what's funny that someone mentioned the whole well, because Sarah I don't think was really in the game. I had Laura and Fee that had very similar builds. But now that you say Laura and Sarah, switch those up. Kaboom! That would be murder. I mean, it'll be terrible if I ever get thrown the like you can't use CP stuff. That'd be terrible. This is where you're hanging out now. Superb dishes, Monica. Even if we weren't able to get him on that board, it's such a relief to hear that Klein is doing okay. Even if whatever he does do sounds really dangerous. I don't think about it. I'm not as relieved as I thought I was. Do we have anything new? Mellow Stew. Never even would have thought about making this. We're getting close. We're getting close. That build you got on Laura can be used on most people. The damage may not be as high as on Laura, but they still do a lot of damage. Microsoft is now getting down with game companies. Having Windows itself under their belt is a win-win. Yeah, like, I don't know if anyone saw, like, it was out, like, quite some time ago. there's like a Microsoft documentary to celebrate, I think it was like, what, 20 years of Xbox or something? And for the longest time, like, what's his name? Bill Gates was not on good terms with the Xbox and Xbox team. It was liquidating money, basically from the start. And so he had to have a good bunch of people basically, it was like a joke of it, like people were hidden into like different parts of Microsoft, secretly still working on Microsoft when he was sort of humming and hawing about whether to shut it down or not. And then they came out, and everything started to be sort of okay. But like, yeah, it was almost shut down after the first Xbox. But yeah, like having something successful like Windows basically allow you to, sort of like Amazon. Think of Amazon like that. Amazon, like, I don't know if like the brick and mortar warehouses are what makes the money for it. I've heard it's AWS that now makes the money for the entire corporation. It allows everything to sort of run. We all know Twitch isn't making any money. And now they're none too pleased about it. But and what I hope for is the Witch and the 100 Knight for release on The Witch and the 100 Knight. Where have I seen? Is that a Switch game? Well, I think the most comical thing was people thought Twitch made money. Like, are you not happy with the new split? I mean, to me, I was never one of the people that the splits changed. To me, it doesn't matter to me. I make the same money regardless. It's the millionaires already that are going to be unhappy with it, and they probably missed their opportunity to go, like, because now that Twitch is sort of throwing out their dirty laundry out. It is their splits are different. So the problem with YouTube, well, it's not a problem. Unless you're already a name though. Like, I'm on YouTube, but I am not monetized on YouTube because I haven't hit their monetization platform yet. So basically you take just like, so that's the problem of like where YouTube or Twitch sort of knows that they hold the majority of the Twitch streamers, they know can't just go to YouTube because none of us are on the platform to be monetized on YouTube without work. All right, so you have to have, I think it's like 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. There's a couple other things that like you have to, no, that's what I'm saying. But now, so what I was gonna say, Stu, is now that Twitch has aired their dirty laundry about how much everyone was making and now the splits are gone, those people that could have went to YouTube for that big amount of money, YouTube's not going to offer it anymore because now they know, like, well, now they're going to make less on Twitch, so now they don't have to entice them to leave with more money, right? They can say, look, you can come over here or not. It's not going to change. They're already a big name, so YouTube's getting a win-win situation. Just remember, Dr. Disrespect is not signed to YouTube for his reasons or YouTube reasons. He's just an everyday streamer like anybody else that's not getting anything special from them. There are streamers like Courage and Valkyrie. Those people are signed exclusively and are getting paid a salary by YouTube and on top of their splits that they get as well. Too long didn't read. Smaller streamers are getting no recognition or recommendations. Right? Yes, and Twitch knows that. They don't have to put my name up on a platter or anything. No reason to. I mean, I'm happy with what I like to make. Make it big, of course. Every little streamer likes to, but as I've said before, basically Twitch now knows that the big streamers, the 0.01%, are screwed, and they don't really have anywhere else to go if they don't want to, and they probably like where their bread is buttered on Twitch. But the money is made with the people like me, with DJ Anime, with the small streamers. That's where the money is made. Because it doesn't cost them a lot of money. It costs, I thought I read it, for someone like XQC, it costs Twitch money when XQC wants to stream, just on the bandwidth. Someone who's got like over 50, 60,000 people watching them, and most of them probably have some type of ad block or something that they're not really paying into it, not watching ads or whatever, they're losing money. on someone like him. So you have to remember that. They shared the number, like, because they were getting sick and tired of it. She does stream. Now let's get out. So let's get that shout out. Oh my god, it always works better when I pay attention and unlock things. Yes, cats walk out. Yeah. Give her a follow. Twitch minimum payout is now $50 instead of $100. Yes, they've changed that in numerous countries, including Canada. I mean, but yeah, like we're the bread and butter of Twitch, not the big boys. As much as you're led to believe it's the big time streamers that run the platform. It's not. Me, DJ Anime, Goya Supremo, we are what makes the site run. We don't make it money, but we don't cost the money either. All right. Yeah, like so it wasn't. I just got, like, I guess in the U.S., like, so there's a. I don't know what the reasoning of them dropping it down to $50 for, though. Like, it's nice to get beer money every month. That's the way I look at it. It also helped pay for my cat's vet bills this week. So that was nice. But to most of us, it's just spending money. None of us are having it paying our rent type of thing. Nice to see things have finally calmed back down to my hometown. Instructor Mary being safe and sound is just icing on the cake. Now all we need to do is find Uncle Makaroff and Bridgie. By Bridgie, you mean Bridget, right? From the Wind Orchestra? Yep, she's my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Oh man, I'm really fired up to go find her. Oh, I'm sure Bridget's not a fan of that nickname, but let's hope it doesn't spread before we're here to squash it. All right, so we got a couple shops in the rear deck that we can go visit. Nobody's here to visit. I'm a little ashamed, a little let down. Still nothing there. Weapon shop, which I think we're probably all good for. Item shop. Becky, you got anything good, Becky? Nothing good. That's not what I want to do. I want to talk to you, Becky. Huh. Is she supposed to talk like a Canadian or an Australian? I'm trying to figure it out. On one side, the money is not much. On the other side, you don't stress around your streams. You do what is fun and not playing it. Right, like, you hear about those people, like, Twitch doesn't allow them to talk about their contract. So it used to be, like, you weren't allowed to talk about your Twitch contract, period. You weren't allowed to say how many subscribers you had. You weren't allowed to say the split that you had, even though everyone knew you had 70-30. You weren't allowed to talk about how much money you made. Like, and now they've sort of opened the door. The only thing you still can't talk about is the side sort of deal. So some Twitch streamers are getting are employees of Twitch. They won't let you know, but some are. So you have to watch for when they announce, like, you'll see, like, I've signed a deal with Twitch, and some people will say, not necessarily say they've signed a deal, but like, I think Co-Carnage is signed one of those weird deals of where he's not a he might not have like it's not like a weird just exclusive contract like say the other streamers have, but he's got somewhere I think he's getting a salary from Twitch, and there's a few of them, and then they have their agreement. So usually what part of that agreement is, they might have a slightly better payout, and everything's gonna be 50-50 now anyways, but they'll have better payouts for the ads, and they also have to stream a set amount of hours. And I wonder why they would have to stream a set amount of hours. Sounds like you might be an employee, right? So that's where those ones you can find. If they have to stream a set amount of hours, they're on that employee edge. Whether they have like healthcare, I don't know, that type of stuff. But yeah, the COVID lockdowns were good for a lot of people because they were already working from home to begin with, right? So it's nice that, well, how can she be Scottish when Scottish doesn't exist in the Trails universe, right? Does it? I'm gonna have to smack him about that when I see him. All right, trade? Trade. Oh, that's right, those things. Oh, so now we're getting to the world of level 3 stuff. You guys were right when you said that this stuff would be better. your hair?
Another game.
What is this?
Another game.
Is this a grape? Put it in your mouth. Here.
Another game. Another game.
Put this in your mouth. Put this in your mouth. Or throw it out.
Another game. Another game.
Being a cook for so long, it was really easy.
Pasta.
Is that you?
Yeah.
You have grape. You have grape in your hair. How did you do this? Come on. Happy day. I've been on the Legend of Heroes since the PSE, so it's a go-to. It's a great series. It really is. I like it. I look forward to all the new ones coming out, playing the new ones. Is there something I should be like buying here specifically? Like something like this. God, these are gonna be so expensive. Like the speed is well worth it, obviously. But the U materials cost is ridiculous. Wait, so how come I can't get this one? Oh, I don't have enough Action 2s. I couldn't procure a physical copy of Trails from Zero from Switch. Oh, that sucks. You need 2 Action... Yeah, okay, so like, but what here... Oh, geez. Do I want to be just getting almost 3 of everything? Can make them instead of trade. It's like making them here, right? No, wait, no, I don't want to be using these things. I want to make them at like the Orbital thing, right? We'll be okay. I think so. Go down to Georgie and make these things. Okay, we've been everywhere. Let's go back down. Okay. Oh god, I just didn't realize that we needed so many of those things. Unfortunate. How did the stream just like fly by time-wise of like doing all? Wait, who's that? Who's got that? What is this? If you make them in the Orbital store, they cost more time, Sepith, or trade them if you got 2 extra actions once. Okay. Huh? A letter? Oh, right. It's probably from Phantom Thief B. This must have been what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. Oh my god, I found something without even think. Have I screwed something up? I triggered it. I did save before. I did save directly before I did this. So do I want to reload that? Marine took the letter confirming that the sender was exactly who we thought it was. Yep, that's him all right. What should I do though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going on about my day. Read the letter? Sure. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's already committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until later, only to find out when I read it that it's too late to undo any harm he's done.
To my dear friends in Class 7, I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another, bonds which today I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching from close by. To witness so rare and priceless an occasion, I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates.
Enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
I'm not a fan of that. Steal one of our classmates? Well, great. Thanks for the warning. I will watch from close and eat popcorn. Well, damn, I gotta tell the others about this. Wait, it's not on my...
Now, let the game begin. Dance for me a beautiful dance, each step replete with uncertainty.
That's him. I can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system, and even the lights. They're back on now. I need to hurry chat. I'm back on check on the others. But it's not a big deal, right? I can do this and then we can continue on with our life. I just triggered something, that's all. I mean, I'm not gonna miss anything from my missable list, right? I don't think that'll be a problem. Nope, it's a normal quest. Okay. So I guess you're wondering why I gathered you all here for. Everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. Perhaps the whole business about him stealing one of us was a lie then. I don't know, he doesn't seem like the type who'd go through all this effort then not follow through. Do you think he's already struck? Stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? No way! I mean, if he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but after the lights came back, I found this card in the Orbital Factory area downstairs. That's one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? Theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your number. Yeah, you can't, I mean that, it's gonna cost a little bit. If I was just to guess, pretty quickly here, I would just say, probably the cat. So Angelica was right then. Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules for our little game. Green Schwarzer, you shall take up the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I have replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I will allow Sylphid to allow you aid in your assistance. Me? What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. Naturally, I have not taken the place of the detective or assistant, and I am not your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of another of Class 7's members. I look forward to your struggles to discover which one. Here's to your success. So, we're all potential suspects then? Except for you, your boobs are too big. I sure hope you didn't choose Emma. So if we exclude Reen, Fee, and instructor Sarah, that leaves 8 people. It's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not expecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. Before we begin, I'd like to set forth 2 rules, in the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1, questions must concern events that happened after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before them, or about personal information I cannot possibly know, is strictly forbidden. Rule 2, you may not consult with anyone outside of Class 7, that includes the Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantees of the safety of your missing member. I would assume that by now, you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. You sure can fit a lot on these cards. Toa? Don't say anything that might break the second rule. This is, it's gonna be fun. Okay. For the sake, I think it'd be best for us to just keep our mouths shut and let them figure. Should I be writing these things down. Like, okay, so it can't be, it's not me, Reen. It can't be Instructor Sarah. It can't be Fee. And it can't be, well, Angelica, I can't ask. Toa, I can't ask. George, I can't ask. Instructor Thomas, I can't ask. I guess I'm in the off-limits can't. Okay, Celine can't ask. Only 7 Class 7 members. I can't say I'm really thrilled to think that this creep is sitting right here among us. Well, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Well, okay. For now, I think it would be best for us all to leave the room then. I'll be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. It's like a game of Clue. All right, we're finally ready to get this started. Now we just need to decide how we're going to work this out. First rule is gonna be a pain. The one where we can only ask questions about things that happened after all we split up after being on the bridge? Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be a fairly simple matter. It's fairly obvious once you talk to them all. Is it? Okay. True. I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday, for example, but all of us would. Which means that rule exists so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. It's Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the study. Give me a break. So, which one of us is he pretending to be then? I don't really like having to doubt each other like this. He did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose that's one way to do that. You worked something out yet, Reen? I wish. So far, I got nothing. How about you? Same here. Maybe we should give everyone a pat down. Hey, Reen likes those pat downs. I guess that's not technically in violation of any of the rules. Then I see no harm in doing so. But don't worry, I'll handle the girls. Reen can do the boys. Well, I suppose that's fine then. You seem strangely reluctant. He does seem strangely reluctant. Why would you be so up against me just patting you on the head? And especially Machias isn't really one of those weirdos anyways. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean, you thought so? If you ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Although frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your every pore. That sounds like Machias though. Huh, I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think any imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. It looks like those two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a little bit sidetracked here though. Yeah, let's get on with those pat downs. 8 of them split up into 2 groups with Reen and Fee conducting the pat downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. Well, what should we do next? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier? Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimonies stand out as odd. So let's see. So Ellie, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with Machias because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. After that, Machias was taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the arts training room to see how modifications went, and that's basically it. Okay, so you went to the factory and got some weapon adjustments, then went to test out your staff? And Machias was with you initially, so he'll be at least able to verify that first part happened. All right. So how about you, Machias? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. Elliot finished up first and left. I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well as I dropped the game room, where I ran into none other than Eustace. We even ended up playing a fairly civil game of billiards too. We were still playing when all this trouble happened. So you started a friendly game of billiards just like that? Aw, you're such good friends. There is no way Machias and Eustace would play billiards just to play billiards. Now, the only thing I'm thinking of is it's him or Eustace. So who's bullshitting? We are not. Okay. That's me thinking out loud, though. Like, just look at the way they talk. Like, they hate each other. Why would they have a friendly game of billiards? There's lots to do. Right? Can you tell us what you've been up to, Eustace? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room where I sparred for a while with Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnance wandered on in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Take it easy there. Seems to add up with Machias' testimony. Alright, moving on. Can you tell us what you were up to, Gaius? Well, first I swung by the close combat training room where Eustace and I went a couple of rounds. Eventually we both left the room and headed to the elevator. I was the first to get off at the 3rd floor. From the elevator I headed straight to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. So you trained with Eustace and then went to the front deck? Okay. Well, what were you up to during this time? Well, I was hanging around with Milliam for a while, sitting around talking at one of those tables in the 3rd floor hall. After a while, she remembered she had something to do and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess Alphine passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So you were with the princess? Thanks, Elisa, that was a big help. So the only thing is, depending on what Milliam says, Elisa went and hung out with someone that isn't part of Class 7 that I can't ask. So far, I got Machias, Eustace, and Elisa so far. I can't, though. Not really much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge, observing the crew at work. Oh, really? Not really any point in inquiring further then, thanks. Okay. And some of these people like have literally boring lives. Oh, well, actually I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there too. They were both nearby when the lights went out too, so I have a hard time believing it's Emma. Well, obviously some people were right saying you can't just, those assets are a little hard to make, right? So Fee's got no reason to lie, but we are dealing with B here, so we can't be 100% certain it isn't Emma. What are you doing together then? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something, and then we went to the kitchen. That check out, Fee? Okay. And finally, Milliam. Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables on the 3rd floor. We're just sitting around talking though. But then I remember my bear. Your bear? Yeah, I got him from Gramps. I finally got him back from his train while we were in Ruhr. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room and plot him on down there. That's right, we ran into her. That's right. Oh, that's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. You've got a point. Might be good to get information what people were doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we could ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Now that you mention, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip. In that case, oh my god, we're asking everyone again? Yeah, this does take a while. Alright, so you said you went down to the factory area with Machias, and then went to the arts training room. It happened to spot anyone else besides Machias during all of that. Yes, and you got no info yet. Well, actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Eustace and Gaius together and said hi. I saw no other one than Elliot and those I've already specified I'd met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor when I went down there. Assuming everything we heard earlier is true, I must have been there after Milliam left and before Princess Alphine arrived. Right, that gets a few people out of the way then. Okay. So we eliminated... I guess we can see we eliminated Eustace? I'm still unsure about Machias and Elisa. So you met with Elliot and Eustace. You happened to spot anyone else during your business? I did, actually. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. It must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. Emma and Fee entering the kitchen. I didn't realize anyone had seen us going there. So he's saying he saw 2 people, but they didn't see him. Okay. So you were talking with Milliam, and before she left, then later you invited to the royal room for tea. That's right. Other than that, I did see Gaius pass through after Milliam left. That must have been while he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though. I didn't see anyone else. All right. The way Elisa just speaks, I don't think it's her. So I am still unsure about Machias, though. That bothered... Like, I guess I'll find out more from Emma. I can't ask Fee. That bothered me the last thing he just said. Laura stayed on the bridge. I don't think she's really got anything else to say. Also, I saw none other classmates after that, nor did they see me. Okay, that's... It is not Laura. All right, Emma, hopefully you can add to this fire. You went to the reference room and then to the kitchen, and Fee was with you the whole time? Didn't see anyone else with you while you're wandering around? Of course we did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace enter the game room, and I didn't see anyone else, though. So there's a half an hour difference for Emma that Eustace entered the game room, and then Machias entered afterwards, interrupting his nice game. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. All right. And finally, Milliam. So after you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room. Anyone other than Elisa? No, not a soul. And I wish I just stayed there, though. I might have gotten invited to see Princess Alphine, too. Never mind that for now. I think that's all we're gonna get. Well, we've asked everyone here what they did and if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Want to go all over it again? Let's do that. First, the places where everyone started out where? If I remember correctly, Elliot and Machias were at the Orbital Factory on the 1st floor. Eustace and Gaius were in the Close Combat Training Room on the 4th floor. Elisa and Milliam were at one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. And finally, Em and I were in the reference room on the 2nd floor. Aside from Laura, who was on the bridge, all of them were in groups of 2. True, which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. That's what they did afterward, though. So, Elliot left the Orbital Factory before Machias did, and then went to the arts training room alone. On the way there, he met Gaius and Eustace. Yep. After that, Gaius says he went to the deck on the 3rd floor, and Eustace went to the game room on the 2nd floor. On his way there, he saw Elisa alone in the 3rd floor hallway, which means Milliam had left for the nap room. So about 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there and headed to the game room. So the only thing I'm thinking out loud here is there's that half-hour window where Eustace is in the gaming room, Machias is left alone, where he says he saw Elisa and, was it Milliam? But they didn't see him. Then I was walking to the game room, I noticed, oh, Emma and Fee, fuck, I couldn't even get the names right. Okay, so it was Emma and Fee walking to the kitchen, who they didn't notice him though. And as for Emma and Fee themselves, we started out in the conference room and then eventually moved on over to the kitchen. I can't remember exactly how long we spent in the reference room though, but as we left and we were heading on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace heading into the game room. And that's everyone. Any idea who your guilty party is, Reen? You do? You're cool sometimes, Reen. Share your idea with us? Gladly. The one who's actually Phantom Thief B in disguise is none other than... I'm going with my gut. It's gotta be Machias. To me, that half-hour window and when Fee and Emma that problem of him saying they saw them but they didn't see him. That to me is my guess. Final answer, Machias. Come on, Regis, let's go with it. You, Machias. Why me? What's your evidence? Do I have to spell it out loud here or what? Machias said that he saw Emma and enter the kitchen area, right? But if he did, then where does that leave Emma's testimony? You mean the fact that she saw Eustace enter the game room? That's right. Those two testimonies are at odds with each other. And after all, Eustace said that Machias came to the game room roughly 30 minutes after he arrived himself, right? Exactly like I said. Which means there's that 30-minute window of funny business. There's no way Machias could have seen Emma and Fee when he claims he did. It's not possible. Well, you say that, but what if it's Emma who's in the wrong? It's true our testimonies contradict each other, but why assume mine is more suspect? Because Emma wasn't the only one who saw Eustace. I did too, which makes you our number one suspect. Indubitably, my dear Fee, the doppelganger right in our midst is none other than Machias. I'm sure of it. I feel like I should have like a Sherlock Holmes hat going on here. The game is up, Phantom Thief. Show yourself. We got it.
Well reasoned, my friend.
Wow.
Fine deduction if I
Not expect that.
You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
So he's just on the ship chilling. Oh, I can scarcely believe my eyes. He got us good. Ha ha ha, I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such a small inconsistency. Or perhaps I extended too generous a hand in helping you along, after all. Helping us along? So, your suspicious testimony was deliberate then? Spare us your cape-fluttering theatrics and just tell us where Machias is. The game is over. Ha ha ha! Such a lively rejoinder. All I shall say is the narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
I really need to get that power like David Copperfield does. How does he do that? Never mind that, let's go rescue Machias. At least he didn't make the clue all hard and stuff. I can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit that description. Let's go dig him out, I guess. Dig him out? Like he's buried? Oh, man. I only wish I could have been there when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Machias. Oh, I feel bad. Untie the poor bastard. And with Machias saved, everyone else set about trying to find Phantom Thief B, but Nari to be found. But at least we managed to avoid any harm from his antics, so all is well. Wow. Let's go check that out. Evasion and drop rate wearer only. I mean, fee? Oh, no. Does anybody else have an evasion rate that we're looking at here? Literally nobody else. I'm taking a look at the time. I feel like we probably don't want to be starting anything super important. We sort of stumbled into that, and I didn't expect to be doing that. I gotta go to hockey soon. So I think this might be a good little stopping point, would be my guess. At least doing that. Because like Dark Fantasy Realm said, it seems like there's a lot to go on with everything. So, what's today? Today's Thursday. I work all weekend, unfortunately. Then break a leg if that's what they say. But sure, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. But you have what? Oh, you said yes. I had a headache. Oh. So I prefer not to break a leg for us, but that's what they say. I mean, that's what they say. So I think mañana would be the next stream. So it's time for me to bounce out with that. Green ruined it. I will see you mañana, folks. All the best. Bye.